Now, before we wrap up today, I want to go over a few of your rights as a protester. These were taken from the ACLU Pennsylvania Know Your Rights page, but for the most part, they will translate in other states as well. But to be sure, check out your state's ACLU page for more information. So first off, let's debunk this whole free speech zone bullshit. You are allowed to exercise your free speech rights on any private property where the owner gives permission. The owner always decides, and in any area open to the public, such as streets, sidewalks, town squares, or parks. Furthermore, you can picket or leaflet in public places by yourself or in small groups without a permit, so long as you are not blocking streets, sidewalks, or entrances to buildings. But let's say that you're in a larger group and you say, fuck that, I'm blocking this street or this building's entrance. Well, then the chances are the cops will ask you to disperse or risk arrest. In many cases, you get 3 warnings, but don't expect cops to always live up to that. And as Ray Lewis mentioned in last week's episode, you may be kettled before any order to disperse is given. I've seen this. It basically makes you a hostage of the police. However, in an ideal situation where cops are obeying the law, you'll be given an order to disperse, and if you don't, then you'll be subject to arrest. Keep in mind through all of this that you always have the right to film the police on the job. Always. Now, should they ask for your ID, you are not legally obligated to give it to them. But keep in mind, if you choose not to show ID, you could be detained for a longer time while police attempt to identify you. With regards to other interaction with cops, know that they can only detain you and search you if they have probable cause to, meaning, quote, if police have reasonable suspicion that you are involved in or about to commit criminal activity, they can stop you, and if they have reasonable suspicion that you are armed, they can also frisk your outer clothing to search for weapons. Police can only search bags outside of a secure area if they have probable cause that it contains contraband, weapons, or evidence of illegal activity. Now, if you want to enter what they've deemed a secure area, they can search your bags. And, of course, at a big political event that celebrates our freedoms, they mark off secure areas like FBI agents with black highlighters. And even outside of secure areas, it's relatively common for cops to claim that they're stopping you on suspicion of illegal activity, when in reality, they just don't like the way you look. Ask repeatedly if you are being detained and if you are free to go. If they cannot give you a reason for your detainment, it's illegal. Make a note of names and badge numbers. Remember your right to remain silent and exercise that right, especially if, like certain people I know, if you feel that you might lose control if you get to talking. Technically speaking, you have the right to swear at a police officer, but I don't really recommend it because it won't do you any favors in the course of a police encounter. Before you head out for the day, be sure to make note of any jail support numbers and let friends know where you're going. Your belongings will be confiscated if you're arrested, so memorize the number or Sharpie it on your arm. Make mental notes of as much as you can, and until your belongings are taken, film and record and film and record. The ACLU also has an app called the Mobile Justice app that not only automatically uploads any recorded footage to the ACLU, but also allows you to see where other police stops are taking place and send in reports on your location and situation. Facebook Live is, of course, another option, but sometimes that won't work if too many people are using it at the same time. And you can use your phone's built-in camera, but the problem here is that if they do confiscate your phone, which they will, and find the video, they can delete it without you ever having the ability to upload it and prove illegal activity. So, in summary, your free speech zone is any public place or private place that gave permission. You can picket and protest anywhere legally so long as you're not blocking streets, sidewalks, or building entrances. Cops should give a warning to disperse before carrying out arrests. You do not have to carry ID with you. You can only be stopped and searched if police have probable cause to do so. It is your right to ask if you are being detained and ask to leave if you are not. You have the right to remain silent and ask for legal representation if arrested. Make a note of names and badge numbers. Make arrangements for jail support and letting friends know where you are. And finally, film the police. For a more complete list of your rights and to find rights pamphlets specific to your state, visit aclu.org. Now, armed with this knowledge, get out there and fight the system. And remember, activism is not terrorism.